Your oldest friend is a Gestrel.
Yes. We've been friends for as long as I can remember.
Gustav would have loved that.
Why? Because he liked Gestrels?
Because he liked the idea of friendships that could last decades. We don't get to enjoy such long friendships in Lumiere. Why are you allying yourself with us?
Not a lot of options out here, in case you hadn't noticed.
What about the previous expeditioners? Did you help them too? Yet they still failed.
That's a terrible way to ask questions. Do you always interrogate people like this?
Given the circumstances, I think we can skip the pleasantries, no?
Alliances are usually give and take, as are conversations. Trust goes both ways, no?
All right then. As a gesture of good faith, I'll show you how to use Lumina.
No need. I got it.
Well, aren't you a quick study?
But I appreciate the gesture. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Trust works both ways.
All right. As a gesture of good faith, I'll answer 3 questions. Choose wisely.
Only 3.
Someone's a bit greedy.
3 questions with 3 follow-ups.
You're really pushing this.
I think it's reasonable.
All right. Go for it.
I've been wondering, why stay on the continent alone? Why not return to Lumiere?
I did. I went back. Helped with the rebuild. After the fracture, we didn't have anything. Food, shelter. None of it.
Things must have been chaotic then.
Nothing like the end of the world to bring out the best and worst in us. I almost miss those times. You know, the dome shield. My father and I helped build that.
Oh. Why'd you leave then?
Those early expeditions, they were search and rescue. We didn't know about the paintress then. We just wanted to find our loved ones, like my mother.
I see. But this time, you didn't go back.
People didn't trust me. Guess I'm hard to trust.
Perhaps.
Guess they thought I knew more than I did. Halfway to the monolith, I was betrayed. Barely escaped. Kind of killed my interest in returning home. What about you? Do you miss home?
I spent my whole life studying the paintress and the monolith. This is where I need to be.
What a long-winded way to avoid answering the question.
Yes, there are things I miss.
You paint such a vibrant picture.
If you must know what I really miss of viennoiserie.
Oh, good answer. I miss those too. What?
I enjoyed this conversation.
High praise. Do you like cats?
What?
Do you like cats?
I think you've spent too much time alone. You've forgotten how to start a human conversation.
I just have this feeling you're a cat person.
Well, you're wrong. I did have a dog named Pat, though.
You named your dog Paw. That's like if my parents named me Foot.
My sister named him when we were kids. Stella. She was a gifted artist. And fiery.
Were you close?
When we were younger, I guess. But my brother and sister had their own lives. They didn't care about my parents' research.
Doesn't seem fair.
No. I'm glad they got to live. Sol was a great older brother. That's actually how I met Gustav. Sol was dating his sister.
So, you knew Gustav for quite a while then?
That's an awful lot of personal questions.
It is, isn't it? All right, we can talk about me again if you want.
How generous of you.
Ask away. I'm being sincere. Go ahead, ask me anything you want. We've got all night.
Remember, you offered. Do you like monkeys?
Oh, come on. My fellow night owl.
Night owl?
You never seem to sleep.
I sleep. I sleep enough.
What keeps you up?
What doesn't keep me up?
From one insomniac to another.
Sometimes I just can't turn off my mind. It's like I pick up a puzzle and I can't set it down until I solve it.
And what's your current puzzle?
The talking neurons. The ones that seem to have personalities and thoughts and feelings. I'm trying to make sense of the things they said. I know there's an important piece of the puzzle there. We need to find and talk to more of them.
I've talked to a few. They mostly spout nonsense. I wouldn't expect too much.
Maybe you weren't asking the right questions.
Well, I'm certainly not as experienced as you.
What about you, my fellow night owl? Why can't you sleep?
Oh, you know, weight of the world, a tortured soul, things like that.
Oh, a funny night owl. Come on, I just shared with you.
You did, didn't you? Feels nice sharing, huh?
Feels even nicer when people reciprocate.
Sleep is not very restful for me. I used to have horrible dreams, but somehow it was worse when they stopped. Now it's just this oppressive void.
Fascinating. So you experience discomfort while you sleep? Pain? Are you aware of time passing? I should observe you next time you sleep.
Well, that's not creepy.
Precisely. It's science.
So does this mean I can watch you sleep?
No, that'd be creepy.
Right. Working on the 33's journal. You planning to die anytime soon?
Well, you never know what tomorrow brings. Not to you, but to us.
Do you always take such copious notes?
Since I was 4.
Really? 4?
That's what happens when you have obsessive researchers for parents.
Still, 4 is young.
Not anymore. Not when you only live to 32. Everyone in Lumiere starts their apprenticeship at 6. And I was apprenticed to my parents, so they started me early.
I guess that's nice. They got to spend more time with you.
They needed a research assistant who never went home. The obvious solution? Birth your own. Look at you, getting me to talk about myself.
See? That's how you ask questions. My parents were both artists. Widely respected, very prominent artists. So, there was a great deal of pressure to follow in their path.
You're an artist, then?
Not the kind they wanted me to be.
Meaning?
Music is my passion.
Huh. Mine too.
What do you play?
Guitar. You?
Piano, mostly. But a little guitar as well. You know how to summon an instrument from Pictos, right? Of course you do. Maybe we could play together sometime.
Maybe we can. You said you traveled with other expeditions.
Yeah. Some.
Did you ever travel with the 46?
46? No. Why?
Oh, nothing. I thought maybe.
Must be serious. You're usually more eloquent than this.
Am I now?
Sorry, you were saying?
My parents,
They were Expedition 46. I didn't travel with them, but I have come across their trail.
You have?
Yeah. On Siren's Island.
Oh.
I can show you.
Really?
But don't expect too much, yeah? Come on, it's not far. Especially now that Askia can fly.
No. No, we can't afford detours right now.
Well, if you change your mind, we can go anytime. It's not far. On the outskirts of Siren's Island.
Thank you.
Expedition 46, Annalie. Brigitte finally succumbed to her infection. She fought off that blasted Nevron for 4 days and 4 nights, saving the rest of us, but it gashed her badly. Toward the end, she seemed almost peaceful. She said not to worry. Her daughter Lune will finish their work.
You okay?
Let's head back to camp. All my life, everything we did was about the Patris. It was a constant hum in the background. This worry, this responsibility, just always there. Always. Always. There was no relief. Never. Even when I sleep, it's still there. Like a breath I can never release.
That's a lot of pressure.
Even her last words were still, finish our work.
It also shows how much faith she had in you.
That's one way to look at it.
And the other way?
My only value to them. Not as a daughter, but as a backup plan. For their legacy.
You really believe that?
They always said at the end of the game, there are no points for effort. Only results.
If you hate it so much, why continue their work at all?
I don't know. Maybe because I still hear their voices in my head. And running away won't silence them.
They're dead. The voices aren't theirs. They're yours. Even if they were alive, the voices in your head, the voices you listen to, have to be your own.
Is that how it works for you?
Getting there. Sometimes it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
What are you writing this time? More notes on Nevrons?
Nope.
No. Theories on axons then, or Observations of flora and fauna.
Keep guessing.
Well, I saw you interview Minoko earlier, so a treatise on gestural behavior.
Ooh, so close.
It's about me, isn't it? The strange and shattered life of Verso Descendre.
That's a mouthful.
Well,
Oh, really?
come on. You're smiling, so it must be good.
Well, if you must know, I'm working on a song.
A song?
My parents said music was frivolous, but you know what? The voices we listen to have to be our own, and I've decided to be a little selfish with my time. Our problems will still be there in the morning.
Play me your song.
I don't know. It's getting late. Aren't you meeting CL? I'm glad she's found some happiness. Or at least some fun. But it would have been nice. Okay. I'll play the song, but no laughing or smart-ass comments.
Me? Never.